Hi kids! Welcome to another episode of Butter and Salt. I'm Krista McLemore, and that's Kevin. And today we are going to be making garlic bread. I know. So anticlimactic. But we found this recipe on America's Test Kitchen, which I will link below so you can find all the sciencey blah blah blah. But it turned out so great, I want to make sure that I pass it on to you because we did try this and I was like, oh, that's amazing. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some kind of soft loaf. They suggested using Italian. We thought you could also use French bread. We had to make some modifications for the fact that our oven is so much smaller. So we can only do half a loaf. So everything I'm gonna do here is in half of the original recipe. If you have a toaster oven, you could probably do this same thing, but in a quarter of the original recipe using something like a hoagie roll. So you're just gonna cut it in half. We have 2 tablespoons of melted butter here. And into this, I'm going to grate 2 cloves of garlic. So there's a whole science behind why you do this. And of course, America's Test Kitchen is great with explaining that, but I'll let them do it because I'm not going to copyright their material. Copyright? Plagiarize their material. We're going to put this, that's 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter with the 2 cloves of garlic that have been shredded. If you have the ability to, you can smash it with a knife. You don't have a microplane, but you really want it into a fine paste as much as you can. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for 1 minute while we work on the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of water, and we're gonna mix this until it's a slurry consistency. We're gonna add 2 more tablespoons of butter that has been softened to this, along with a 1/16 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We want a little heat. Of course, I don't have a teaspoon that small, so I'm just guessing. And then we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Because we're using unsalted butter, this is our chance to add our salt in. Not that the microwave will let you forget it, but grab that mixture hot out of the microwave. And you can't smell it because, you know, Emeril Lagasse never got around to making that smell-o-vision. But this has really done something for that garlic that's in here. It's really kind of made it sweeter and less garlic punch in the face. This is exactly what I want to dip crab legs in. This right here. We're gonna add this to our softened butter mixture with the other flavors that are in there. And we're gonna bring this together until it's almost a frosting or baby food consistency. Mine last night was a little thin and it looks like it's gonna be thin again, so I wonder if maybe my butter is too hot going in here from the microwave. I don't know. This looks a little thicker than last night, but it's still thinner with them than what they had. But that's okay, because it worked out beautifully last night, so didn't it? Now here's the fun part. We're gonna spoon it down the center, kind of dividing it evenly between our 2 pieces of bread. Rub this over top. Really get it edge to edge so no piece of bread goes ungarlicked.
Garlicky, buttery goodness.
Yeah, it is. And the reason we're doing this and wanting to share this magic with you guys is because we know that garlic bread can go from blonde to burnt or be overpowering. So we wanted to, when we saw this on the YouTubes, we wanted to try it out. And when it was chef's kiss, we wanted to make sure we shared that with you as well, because this is probably the best way you're ever gonna have your bread. We're not gonna throw it in under a broiler because that, I think, is what takes it from being, it's too high of a heat. and you look away for 10 seconds and it's burnt, and nothing tastes worse than burnt. We're gonna take sheet pan here. We're gonna put our pieces of garlic bread on here and into an oven that's set at 450. This is gonna go in for 3 to 4 minutes, and then you'll see what makes this so special. Echo, stop. Here's the game changer. This is the step that makes the whole reason this works so well happen. So we're gonna pull this out. And obviously this is way, way too blonde for any decent garlic bread. But what we're gonna do now is flip it over. We're gonna take a second pan, put it on top, push it down slightly so there's some good contact with that cut side onto the bottom tray. Then we're gonna put it back into the oven, still at 450 for another 5 to 10 minutes. I find mine, because it's an RV stove or a gas stove, I'm not sure, it needs extra time. So we're gonna go 10 minutes on mine. Know your ovens, people. You ready? Echo, stop. Ready for this? Using a good sharp knife, bread knife. The weight of the knife do the work. Just saw, don't push, because that's when you get those flat pieces of bread. Or just struggle like I am.
Not focusing.
Focus on me.
There you go.
All right, gonna take a bite. Oh, that smells so good. All right, listen to this. It's perfect. It's got that really good upper crust. I've got perfect garlic butter flavor, but not so like pow garlic flavor. It's got just the right amount, plus a little heat from that cayenne that was in there. Delicious. So I want to say thank you to America's Test Kitchen for inspiring, not even inspiring, for showing me the ways of garlic bread. You can find the original recipe that I found this on. I'm gonna put a link to that video down below. And it's in the cards. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe while you're here. Click the little bell so you're notified every time we do one of these. And we will see you next Sunday. Bye.
Give me the crunch one more time.
Tried something new. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Let's cut this up. Eat our lasagna. Get to going. That's delicious.
Oh my goodness.
what it should look like. Ta-da!
Ta-da!